Welcome to Solo Shot First, and in today's video we're going to be having a look at the Droids series action figure, Boba Fett, obviously from that line. Now, the figure itself, I believe, was originally released in 1985 as part of the Droid series action figures, and there was only one line of these figures themselves. The actual line consisted of R2-D2, an A-Wing pilot, Jann Tosh, Jord Dusat, Kea Moll, Kez-Iban, C-3PO, Sisse Fromm, Thall Joben, Tig Fromm, Uncle Gundy, and there was a figure that I believe was released only in Brazil only, called Vlix. Now, if you've actually seen any of these other figures, other than obviously sort of C-3PO, R2 and the A-Wing, as well as Boba Fett, these are some very, very strange looking figures themselves, but if you go and have a look on places like Rebel Scum or any of the other forums, you can sort of see a little bit more detailed information about this line. But this was obviously re-released recently. The card back is quite nice, obviously from the sort of the cartoon series, and it does have the 50th anniversary Lucasfilm logo in there, the throwback to the Kenner logo, and the figure of Boba Fett. Let's bring that in a little bit. Sorry about the light. It's quite a nice looking figure. On the back of the card, it tells you a little bit about the Droids line that were actually released in this wave, and we only got, or I should say, the only three that were available were C-3PO, R2 and Boba Fett. But the back of the card's quite nice. It does obviously show you what's in that line, and again then you've got the sort of nod to the 50th anniversary of the Lucasfilm and all of the different lines and films that were in all of that series. So all in all, it's quite a nice looking card back, and it does come with this coin, which obviously is sort of covered in some sort of gold coloured paint, but we'll have a look at that as well. So yeah, it's quite a nice looking figure. So let's get this figure out of the box and have a little bit more of a detailed look. Okay, so here is the figure out of the packaging. Actually, I think it's a really nice looking figure itself. The couple of accessories that you do get with this figure, you've got his blaster, obviously he's holding, and his jetpack. And the jetpack, you can see there, the colour of it is, I don't know what you'd call that really, sort of like just a light brown. But he does have, it does obviously come with that nice soft goods cape as well. The figure fits, or should say the blaster fits into the hand quite nicely. It is quite a softer blaster that we have been getting with all of the most recent figures. It would be nicer if they could, Hasbro could actually make those that plastic a little bit stronger, but it is easy enough to get into his hands, and you know, once you've got it obviously in there, you do have some nice posability with it. So the rangefinder on this figure, again like the other ones, is it's not articulated, which is a bit of a shame. And I believe this figure itself looks very similar to the other most recent release that we got of this Boba Fett figure. I think most of the sculpt is pretty much identical, but I think that's quite a nice looking figure. And yeah, let's have a look at its articulation. Okay, so there are a couple of issues with this figure. Not massive, but again, like having that on that spinner, the peg holes, if you can see on these, were absolutely tiny. I mean, there is no way you're getting that figure really on a peg hole. But But as I said, I think the figure looks very, very nice. You've got articulation, obviously, swivel head, a little bit of a hinge there. Articulation at the shoulders, articulation at the elbows, articulation at the wrists, and it does, I think, come with a, let's have a quick look at that. I think it's got a, yeah, I think it's got a slight hinge on the wrist. Let's have a look. Yeah, a little bit, not massive, but a little bit. Articulation at the waist, which is nice. It does actually come with these hinges in the legs. Articulation at the knees and at the ankles. And he does have the sort of rocker there. Put his gun in there. Let's having a quick look at the coin that comes with this. That light is not really going to do this justice. It's a heavy coin. Really, really heavy coin. So I'm not quite sure what they've made that out of, and then obviously sort of coated it with that sort of gold colour. But nice, probably a little accessory to sit alongside that. But all in all, quite a nice looking figure and a nice addition to any collection. If you happen to like this video, if you could hit the like button and subscribe. And if you've got any questions, please leave them in the comments section below and I'll answer them as soon as possible. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks.